Played football. I did basketball for 2 years and track for 2 years.
Caleb Hendrickson is a busy man.
I shoot traps. I'm in National Honor Society, Church Youth Group, FFA, and FBLA, speech, and then I'm crew on one act.
In March, he'll be a little busier. The senior from Shickley was selected as a delegate to the 57th Annual U.S. Senate Youth Program, which will be held March 2nd through the 9th in Washington, D.C. Hendrickson, along with Audrey Worthing of Arthur County Schools, are 2 out of 104 students nationwide selected to attend.
I think it's crazy that both of us are coming from, rural areas. I expected it to be kind of a metro area thing, so I kind of went in just hoping.
Hendrickson has held many leadership roles, including his current one as Shickley FFA chapter president. Shickley FFA advisor Kristen Whitty says Hendrickson is a natural leader.
Caleb, one of his strongest strengths, or one of his strongest skills, is his public speaking ability and his way with words to be able to communicate his thoughts and get them out there, and also get people to believe what he's believing in.
Hendrickson plans to major in political science this fall when he goes on to college, and this trip to D.C. this spring will be his 3rd time in the nation's capital. He hopes this trip will be the most enlightening.
So I'm really excited. It's going to be an opportunity to just kind of see how government works, and I'm just really excited for the opportunity.
Crete Police has helped those in need in Saline County around the holidays with Operation Under the Tree.
In the last couple of years, it's went from just toys to clothes as well. So we just want to make sure that the kids across the county enjoy the holiday season and that everybody gets something under the Christmas tree.
Officer Audrey Arbuckle has been with Crete PD for nearly 5 years, the same amount of time the department has organized this giant toy drive.
This is the biggest year we've had. We have almost 130 families, and that's up from 90 the year before, and we thought last year was big. So almost 130 families this year, the most toys we've ever collected and the most money we've ever collected.
Crete Police gets donations and toys from all over the county. On Tuesday, students from Crete Intermediate went to their local Walmart to pick out toys.
The elementary and intermediate schools raised money selling popcorn, and they are spending that money buying toys and giving them to us.
Legos!
He's very camera shy.
Oh yeah. We need more like him.
Operation Under the Tree began on Black Friday. It all ends Saturday at Crete's United Church of Christ.
We will deliver the toys on Thursday to the UCC church here in Crete, where they'll be divided out based on age and gender, and then Saturday the families get to come in and get all their presents.
Meridian Public Schools sits about 2 miles west of Dakin on Highway 4, surrounded by cornfields.
It's been a long time coming is what I've been hearing. It's a rural community, like the school's in the middle of a cornfield. So there's been a lot of push from community and parents and the students themselves too, I've heard. So I think it's really good that they finally got it. And so far this year, we got our officer team. They've been doing amazing work so far.
A rural school through and through that hadn't sponsored FFA. That is, until now.
Like she said, we're in the middle of a cornfield and everybody was into ag. I mean, everybody I talked to when I started pushing for it's like, oh yeah, that'd be a good idea, but there is just not enough push for it until now, and so it finally happened.
Chapter advisor Sarah Wallenberg has about 40 students enrolled in FFA. One of those students is senior Kim Becker from Germany, who placed 9th overall at state land judging in Wahoo last week. Up next will be livestock judging in November.
Our first contest was land judging out in Syracuse, where they went and evaluated soil and told farmers how to use their land. And now we're prepping for livestock judging, how to pick which animals you want to breed, which ones you want to use for market. So lots of contests and leadership stuff has been going on.
Senior Treasurer Frederick Kuyat was one of 6 chapter members who helped serve a free hot dog meal to area producers at Farmers Cooperative this week. For Frederick, FFA has helped him gain valuable skills for life after high school.
I wasn't the best at public speaking, and now I'm forced to get up in front of everybody else and
be on camera.
Yep, be on camera, and then present myself in a way that I think will help me out later on in life for job interviews and stuff like that.
Well, the National FFA Convention is taking place right now in Indianapolis. It runs through October 27th. The theme of this year's convention and expo is Just One. Meridian has sponsored FFA for just one semester so far, and while the Mustangs were unable to make the trip to Indiana this year, Meridian hopes that just 1 year of FFA will prepare its chapter members to better serve agriculture and to better serve their community. For News Channel Nebraska, I'm Tommy Rezac.
Welcome to Lanham, Nebraska, or Kansas, depending on which side you're on.
How many people would you say live here?
I'm counting.
20.
On the Kansas side sits St. John's Lutheran Church, a congregation of roughly 30 in a town of roughly 25.
We have about 20 active members. There's 35, I believe, on the rolls, but we have about 20 active members.
Since 1935, St. John's has put on an annual turkey supper a day and a week before Thanksgiving.
Turkey and gravy and potatoes and sauerkraut and vegetables and bread and celery and carrots and desserts of all sorts.
The congregation of a little more than 20 people works together to serve more than 600 meals.
Pat always buys 400 pounds.
400 pounds of turkey. 125 pounds of potatoes.
The supper on Wednesday also featured a silent auction. Altogether, the event took days of planning before and many hours of preparing the day of.
It is a labor of love, it really is, and it's something that I think the community and the surrounding area has just known that will, and they count on it occurring. We start serving at 4:30 in the afternoon. We usually have people in the parking lot at 4 o'clock waiting for, and we won't serve before 4:30 because
It's not ready yet.
it's not ready yet.
Aren't ready yet.
Yeah.
The town of Lanham sits squarely on the Nebraska-Kansas border, with Nebraska to the north and Lanham to the south. St. John's Lutheran Church is to the south of the border, so it's technically in the state of Kansas, but the annual turkey supper brings hundreds of people together from both states and all the surrounding communities to give thanks and to celebrate with each other. Reporting in Lanham, Nebraska, and also Lanham, Kansas, Tommy Rezac, News Channel Nebraska.